I suffer from, the complaint is cerebral palsy. 40, nearly 45 years old. Get direct payments and ILF, and it's the best thing that's ever happened in my life compared to having agency staff or social services care, because it gives me more freedom to do what I want to do as and when I want to do it.
She walked out on me when I was stuck in the shower. I'm in there in my birthday suit. I've never felt so helpless, vulnerable, and that frightened me.
I had somebody that worked for me, and it seemed as though I could trust her. I had no reason not to. She hadn't been working with me for very long, but you know, I never really left my PIN number on the side. And here's my card, here's my PIN number. I would never do that, but my husband had left some money on the side on a shelf in the kitchen, and I'd forgotten to put it away, and the money went missing.
I always felt that I have to put myself out
for other people,
because it has to be, because it always felt like that, because I'd just take advantage of me, but that if I want to keep the night I have to do that.
Which is completely wrong. It's not what it's about. But I'm here to make Nick's life easier, not the other way around. Is I'm being paid to make his life, to make Nick be able to live more independently and enjoy his life, and get the most out of his life. But from what Nick's told me, a lot of his PAs, it was the other way around, and he wasn't, well, like I said, he got depression because some of his PAs were so bad, and he felt so out of control of his situation.
Skills for Care have reported trust has been identified as what really makes a relationship work or not, even if all the other aspects of being an employer and PA are in place. Skills for Care added 93% of disabled employers said trust was very important, with the remaining 7% saying it was important. ACAS reported in Disabled and Elderly People the Challenges of a Unique Employment Relationship, a report published in 2013. The employer-employee relationship is such a personal relationship, and it is all based on trust. So how do you develop that trust?
I feel that you need to sit down with your employer and that person to know where those boundaries are. You need to be clear about those boundaries with that person.
Can you give examples of the sorts of boundaries you're saying, are clear?
My personal thing, right, if someone comes in and is working with you, you're not your friend, you're coming to do a job. They're still coming into your personal space, which is okay. You still want that person to have that rapport with that person, but knowing that boundary stops there.
This employer is clear about how she establishes trust with her PAs. But where do disabled people get help and support to develop in their role as employer, and so have a trusting relationship with their PA? Do you receive any training in terms of how you are to take up the role as an employer?
No, and I don't think even if I asked for training they would be able to offer me it, because I don't think there is any formal training for it.
Okay, and how do you feel about that then?
I think it's, for a lot of people who have never even, been employed, to go out and expect them to be able to employ, up to 3, 4, 5 staff almost overnight, it seems impossible, and it's setting a lot of people up to fail, I think, and all that needs to rectify that is some sort of training.
Another disabled person who did not want to be filmed shared the following early experiences of becoming an employer.
when the man came here, he gave me some guideline
Yep.
that told me what, and then that's it. And then I was live alone in the jungle. So, but all the time, God we have trust. So
SEMPA has responded by developing a contract of trust resource.
What was the most positive aspect of the training?
I think actually just seeing, well, I'm a big kind of believer in experts by experience and, you know, kind of learning through others' experiences like that anyway. So I think the videos of people who have experienced all sorts of situations, good and bad, gives you a real grounding in terms of seeing how other people can deal with things and maybe giving you different ways to how you would deal with it that actually worked well or didn't, and gives you kind of, I think experience is a really valuable tool almost, and I think it's undervalued by a lot of people.
I think it's identifying that there is a contract of trust, a sort of unwritten contract, is actually very good. I think people will benefit from that because in a role as a PA and an employer, there has to be that trust there. So to identify it and talk it through, I think will be, really helpful.
The Contract of Trust resource shares the lived experience of disabled employers. SEMPA believes this is important because the lived experience of disabled and older people is the most underused resource in social care. The Contract of Trust resource is made up of 4 DVDs accompanied by a workbook. It can be used as a distance learning tool for individuals, or for groups, or for communities. For more information about the Contract of Trust resource or other resources produced by SEMPA CIC, email nigel@sempa.co.uk or visit the website www.sempa.co.uk.